Welcome to Sonic Sage English, the place where learning English feels simple and friendly, like a casual conversation with a friend. Whether you're in New York, Toronto, Seoul, Tokyo, New Delhi, or anywhere else in the world, you're welcome here. I'm Julia, and I'm here to help you speak English with confidence and ease. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button to join our global community. It's free and you'll get fresh lessons to boost your skills every week. Today, we're diving into one of the most common yet powerful moments in any conversation, answering the question, "Can you tell me about yourself?" It's a question that pops up everywhere, from job interviews in Silicon Valley to friendly meetups in Osaka, and it can feel daunting if you're not prepared. But don't worry, I'm here to make it simple, natural, and even fun. Using my own life as an example, I'll guide you through sharing your name, hometown, job, and more in a way that feels authentic. As we go, I'll pause to suggest repeating phrases aloud or jotting down ideas for your own story. This isn't just about memorizing words. It's about building the confidence to share who you are, whether you're chatting with a colleague in Vancouver or a new friend in Busan. Mistakes? They're part of the journey. Every word you try is a step forward. So grab a notebook, take a deep breath, and let's start this English adventure together, one story at a time. Chapter 1. Sharing your basic information. When you meet someone new, whether at a professional conference in San Francisco, a language exchange in Seoul, or a community event in Calgary, the conversation often begins with the basics. These are the building blocks of your story: your name, where you're from, what you do, and maybe your age if it feels right. These details are like the opening lines of a book. They set the stage for everything else. By keeping them clear and heartfelt, you invite others to connect with you. Let me share my own basics as an example, and feel free to pause and repeat after me to practice the flow and pronunciation. This is your moment to shine, so let's make it count. My name is Julia Thompson, and I hail from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, a stunning slice of rural America that feels like a step back in time. Imagine rolling green hills blanketed with golden cornfields, red barns glowing under wide blue skies, and narrow gravel roads winding past Amish farms where horse-drawn buggies move at a gentle pace. Lancaster is famous for its fertile soil, producing everything from sweet corn and soybeans to creamy dairy from small family farms. It's a place of simple beauty. In summer, fireflies dance at dusk. In fall, apple orchards burst with crisp fruit. And in winter, snow dusts the fields like powdered sugar. The Amish and Mennonite communities here live intentionally, farming by hand and gathering for barn dances or quilt auctions that bring neighbors together. Growing up on my family's small farm, I was surrounded by the earthy scent of tilled soil, the soft mooing of cows, and the laughter of community potlucks under starry skies. It's not a flashy place. Some roads are still unpaved, and the nearest city, Philadelphia, is a scenic hour away, but it's rich in tradition, hard work, and kindness. If you're practicing, try this. My name is your name. I'm from your hometown, a place known for a unique feature. Say it with a smile, it makes all the difference. As for my age, I'm in my late 20s, a time when life feels like an open road full of possibilities. Like many of you, Maybe studying late nights in Tokyo or chasing career dreams in Toronto. I'm still learning who I am and where I'm headed. Sharing your age is optional, especially in professional settings, but if you do, keep it light. I'm in my 20s, always exploring new paths. It's a small detail that adds relatability without taking center stage. Now, let's talk about what I do. By day, I'm an English teacher at a community college in Lancaster City, just a short drive from those peaceful farms. My classroom is a vibrant mix of learners, software engineers from South Korea mastering business English, artists from Japan practicing conversational phrases, and newcomers from Canada building skills for daily life. I guide them through grammar, pronunciation, and real world scenarios, like ordering coffee in a bustling Seattle cafe or discussing hobbies at a Kyoto meetup. Seeing a student go from shy stumbles to confident chats is pure magic. It's why I love my job. But my heart also beats for a passion project. This channel, Sonic Sage English. I launched it to reach learners like you, wherever you are, with free practical lessons that make English accessible and fun. Whether you're aiming for a promotion in a Canadian tech firm, preparing for a trip to the USA, or simply wanting to chat with ease in a globalized world, English is your key to new opportunities. I believe it's more than a language. It's a bridge to friendships, careers, and adventures. If you're finding these tips helpful, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will keep you in the loop with new videos every week. Let's keep this momentum going. When I introduce myself in a quick, everyday setting, I keep it short yet engaging. Hi, I'm Julia from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. I teach English at a college and run Sonic Sage English, a YouTube channel to help people speak confidently. This version takes seconds but opens door. People often ask, "What's it like in Pennsylvania?" Or, "How did you start your channel?" That's the goal, to spark curiosity and keep the conversation flowing. Try crafting your own. Hi, I'm your name from your place. I, your job or passion. Practice it a few times, maybe in front of a mirror or with a friend. It feels more natural each time, I promise. You'll hear questions like these all the time. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? Or, what's something you're working on? They're universal. Whether you're at a job fair in Los Angeles or a language cafe in Hiroshima, the trick is to answer clearly and authentically without overthinking. For example, if someone asks about my work, I might say, I teach English to adults from around the world, helping them with practical skills for life and work. Through my YouTube channel, I share lessons to make learning fun and easy. This shows my purpose and invites follow-up questions. Don't worry if your English isn't perfect yet. Your effort is what connects you to others. People in Seoul, Toronto, or anywhere else will appreciate your sincerity, and that's what builds bonds. Your basic information is like the welcoming front porch of your story. It invites people in and sets the tone for deeper connections. Practice these sentences daily, maybe recording them on your phone to hear your progress. Over time, they'll flow like a favorite song. As we move forward, we'll explore how your family and background add rich layers to your story, just like the fields and traditions of Lancaster County have shaped mine. Keep practicing, keep smiling. You're already on your way to sharing your story with the world. Now that you've got a solid start with your basic introduction, Let's dig deeper into the heart of your story, your family, and where you grew up. Sharing your background in English is like opening a window to your world, letting others peek into the people, places, and moments that shaped you. Whether you're chatting at a cultural festival in Tokyo, networking at a tech conference in Seattle, or joining an online language group with friends from Seoul or Toronto, talking about your roots builds connections that go beyond words. It's not just about listing facts. It's about painting a picture with simple sentences that show your values and journey. I'll share my own family and background from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to bring your story to life. As you listen, think about your own hometown and family. What makes them unique? Pause to repeat my phrases aloud or jot down ideas for your own story. This practice helps the words stick and prepares you for real conversations. So let's dive in with confidence. You're ready for this. I grew up on a small family farm in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, a corner of the USA that feels like a love letter to simpler times. Picture endless fields of corn and soybeans stretching under a wide, open sky, their golden tips swaying in the warm summer breeze. Red barns with white trim stand like sentinels, weathered but proud, while narrow gravel roads twist past patches of wildflowers, black-eyed Susans and daisies nodding hello. This is Amish country, where horse-drawn buggies move at a gentle pace, their soft clopping a soundtrack to daily life. Lancaster is famous for its rich, fertile soil, growing crops like sweet corn, tobacco, and pumpkins that feed families far and wide, and producing creamy dairy from small farms that dot the landscape. My childhood was steeped in the rhythm of the seasons. Spring meant muddy boots and planting seeds. Summer brought long days harvesting hay under a blazing sun. Fall painted the orchards with apples and fiery leaves, and winter wrapped everything in a quiet blanket of snow, perfect for sledding down gentle hills. Our farm wasn't huge, just 40 acres, but it was a world of its own. Evenings were magical, with the sweet scent of my mom's heirloom roses drifting from the garden, so fragrant that neighbors walking by would pause to breathe it in and chat. Those moments, sitting on our creaky porch swing, listening to crickets and swapping stories, are etched in my heart. If you're practicing, try this. I grew up in your hometown, a place with describe a key feature like rivers, markets, or traditions. My favorite memory is a specific moment. Saying it aloud helps it feel real and personal. My family is the backbone of my story, a tight-knit crew bound by love and the land. My parents are farmers through and through, their lives tied to the cycles of planting and harvest. Dad's up before the roosters, his boots crunching on frost as he checks irrigation lines or milks our small herd of dairy cows. His hands, rough from years of plowing fields, tell a story of quiet strength and patience. He can fix a broken fence or calm a skittish calf with equal care. Mom's the heart of our home, tending a vegetable garden bursting with tomatoes, zucchini, and herbs, and baking pies that could win any county fair. Her apple pie, made with fruit picked from our orchard, draws neighbors like bees to honey, and her warm laugh fills our kitchen. I grew up with two younger brothers, a lively pair who turned our farm into a playground. We'd race through corn rows, build forts from hay bales, or sneak extra slices of mom's pie when she wasn't looking. We didn't have much, no high-speed internet or shiny gadgets, but we had each other, playing card games by lantern light during power outages or helping with chores like feeding chickens and mending fences. Those days taught me the joy of simple togetherness, like sharing stories over homemade cider at a barn dance. Try sharing your own family. My family is, describe them, e.g., big, small, teachers, shopkeepers. We love to a shared activity, like cooking or playing games. Keep it simple but heartfelt. It's like inviting someone into your home. Life in rural Lancaster wasn't always easy, and that's part of what shaped me. Our village, tucked away from the bustle of Lancaster City, didn't have paved roads connecting us to bigger towns, so trips to the store meant rattling along muddy paths, especially in the rainy season. The nearest mall or movie theater was a good hour away, winding past Amish farms and open fields, which could feel isolating as a kid craving city lights. But that simplicity built something in me: patience, like waiting for seeds to sprout through stubborn soil, and respect for hard work, like the long hours my parents poured into the harvest. Those lessons stuck, teaching me to value community, like the neighbors who drop off extra eggs or help fix a broken barn door. Now, living in a cozy apartment in Lancaster City for my teaching job, I'm a bit farther from those fields, but my heart stays rooted. I call my parents every Sunday, smiling as Dad grumbles about a tricky tractor repair or Mom shares her latest garden triumph. Holidays pull me back home, where the smell of roasting turkey, the crackle of a fireplace, and my brother's playful banter over board games feel like a warm embrace. Those visits remind me who I am and why I do what I do. You can share this too. I live in your current place now, but I grew up in your hometown. My family taught me a value like kindness or perseverance. It's a bridge between where you've been and where you are now. Your background isn't just a place, it's the values and experiences that shape your worldview. For me, my parents showed me resilience, planting crops even after a drought, and kindness, sharing extra harvest with neighbors in need. Lancaster's tight-knit community taught me the power of connection, whether it's a shared meal at a church supper or a helping hand during a storm. These values fuel my work as an English teacher and my YouTube channel, Sonic Sage English, where I aim to build a global community of learners like you, whether you're in a high-rise in Seoul or a quiet suburb in Calgary. If these stories resonate, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will keep you connected to lessons that blend heart and learning, just a click away. Sharing your background in English shows the world what makes you unique. From the traditions of your hometown to the love of your family. As we move forward, we'll explore how your daily routine adds another layer to your story, revealing how you live, work, and grow each day. Keep practicing those sentences, maybe recording them to hear your progress. You're building a voice that the world wants to hear, and you're doing it beautifully. Chapter 3: Daily Routine. Now that we've explored the roots of your story through family and background, let's move into the rhythm of your everyday life, your daily routine. Sharing how you spend your days in English is a fantastic way to give others a glimpse into what drives you. Whether you're chatting with a colleague in Toronto, a language partner in Seoul, or a new friend at a cultural event in Tokyo, It's not just about listing tasks, it's about showing how your habits reflect your goals and personality. A well described routine paints a picture of your world, making conversations more engaging and relatable. I'll share my own daily routine from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to structure yours with simple, clear sentences. As you listen, think about your own day. What makes it yours? Pause to repeat phrases aloud or jot down notes to craft your own routine in English. This practice helps you internalize the words and builds confidence for real-life talks. You're doing great. So let's keep the momentum going and dive into the flow of a day in my life. My days in Lancaster are a blend of structure and calm, like the steady rhythm of seasons on our family farm. I'm an early riser, waking up around 6:30 a.m. As the first rays of sunlight slip through my apartment curtains, casting a soft glow that reminds me of farm dawns back home. I take a moment to stretch, breathing deeply and whispering thanks for the new day. It's a small habit that sets a positive tone. Then, I head to the bathroom to splash cold water on my face and brush my teeth, the chilly shock waking me fully. A glass of lemon-infused water follows, a simple ritual to hydrate and feel fresh. If you're practicing, try saying, I wake up at your time and start my day with a small habit. It's a great way to begin describing your routine. By 7 a.m., I'm settled at my kitchen table with a steaming mug of Pennsylvania-grown black tea, its earthy aroma grounding me. This is my reading time, a sacred 30 minutes that fuels my mind and soul. I dive into books, sometimes English teaching guides to refine my lessons, like tips on explaining idioms to my Korean students, or novels like The Great Gatsby to explore American culture for my Japanese learners. Other days, I read motivational books about growth and resilience, which spark ideas for my YouTube channel, Sonic Sage English. Reading opens my world, connecting me to the experiences of learners in Vancouver or Busan. It's like planting seeds for new lessons. Try this. In the morning, I spend time, your activity, like reading or exercising. It helps me, why it matters. Speaking it aloud makes it feel real. Around 8 a.m., I shift to writing, my creative spark for the day. I open my laptop and work on scripts for Sonic Sage English, crafting lessons like how to order food in a New York diner or polite phrases for meetings in Tokyo. I play soft acoustic music, think gentle guitar strums from local Lancaster artists to keep my focus sharp. For an hour or two, I type, pause, and read my words aloud, ensuring every sentence is clear and engaging for learners like you. I imagine you watching, repeating phrases, and smiling as you get it. Writing isn't always easy some days. The words flow like a river, others they're stubborn like clay, but it's rewarding. It's my way of connecting with you. Whether you're in a bustling Seoul cafe or a quiet Calgary suburb. If you're loving these tips, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will bring more lessons like this to your inbox. Join our community and keep growing. Try describing your creative time. I spend time doing your activity. It's important because reason. By 9 a.m., I'm prepping for my main job as an English teacher at a Lancaster community college. I review lesson plans, tailoring activities for my diverse students, software developers from South Korea, art students from Japan, immigrants from Canada starting new lives. I dress simply jeans, a comfy sweater, and loafers that echo Lancaster's practical style, and head out by 9:30 a.m. My classes run until 3 p.m., filled with interactive sessions, practicing pronunciation, role-playing job interviews, or discussing cultural differences, like how Canadians say sorry so warmly. Patience is key here. I break down complex grammar into bite-sized steps, celebrating every aha moment when a student nails a phrase. Lunch is a quick break at a local farm stand, where I grab a fresh salad with greens grown just miles away, often listening to an English podcast about global communication styles. It's a chance to learn while I eat. Every moment counts. Try this. My workday starts at your time. I describe a key task. It shows your purpose clearly. Afternoon classes keep me busy, guiding students through writing emails or mastering small talk for a Vancouver networking event. Between sessions, I sneak in learning reading articles on teaching techniques or watching short videos on cultural nuances, like Japanese politeness in conversations. Teaching keeps me sharp, and I love hearing, "Thank you, Julia. I got it," from a student who finally feels confident. My workday wraps around 3:30 p.m., and I take a moment to rest, maybe lying on my couch with eyes closed, letting the day settle. Then, I head out for a 20-minute walk along the Susquehanna River trails near Lancaster, where the water sparkles and wild geese soar overhead. It's my time to reflect: what went well? What can I improve? While breathing in the fresh, earthy air that feels like home. Try sharing your unwind moment. After work, your activity, like walking or relaxing. It helps me reason. Evenings are for creativity and connection. I might tweak a Sonic Sage English video, responding to comments from viewers in Japan or Canada, or brainstorm new topics, like describing your hometown for Seoul learners. Dinner's simple stir-fried veggies with herbs from Mom's garden recipe, paired with a glass of local apple cider. Afterward, I read a bit more or journal my thoughts, noting what I'm grateful for. A student's progress, a kind comment on my channel, a sunset that reminds me of farm evenings. By 10 p.m., I'm winding down, turning off the lights and breathing deeply as I think about my goal: helping learners like you, growing as a teacher, staying true to my roots. I fall asleep with a smile, knowing tomorrow's another chance to grow. Try this. At night, your activity. It makes me feel emotion. This routine, waking early, reading, teaching, walking, creating, may sound simple, but it's purposeful. Each step, from sipping tea to editing videos, builds toward my mission of connecting with you through English. Your routine is just as powerful. It shows your discipline and dreams. Practice describing it. I wake up, work, and unwind by your activities. Record it, listen back, and tweak it to sound natural. You're crafting a story that's uniquely yours, and you're doing it with courage. As we move forward, we'll explore how your hobbies add color to your life, making your story even more vibrant for the world to hear. Keep going. You're amazing. Chapter 4: Hobbies and Interests. Now that we've woven the threads of your daily routine, let's add some color to your story with your hobbies and interests. Talking about what you love to do in your free time is a fantastic way to make conversations sparkle. Whether you're bonding with a colleague in Toronto, sharing stories at a language meetup in Seoul, or chatting with a new friend in Tokyo. Hobbies aren't just pastimes. They reveal your personality, your passions, and the little joys that recharge you. They're like windows into your soul, showing others what makes you light up. I'll share my own hobbies from my life in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to describe yours in simple, engaging English. As you listen, think about what you enjoy. Maybe it's cooking, gaming, or exploring nature. Pause to repeat my phrases aloud or jot down ideas for your own hobbies. This practice helps you find the right words and builds confidence to share your passions with the world. You're doing wonderfully. So let's dive into the fun stuff. What makes your heart sing? For me, hobbies are like the wildflowers that dot Lancaster's fields. They bring beauty and balance to my life. My biggest love is reading, a habit rooted in my childhood on our family farm. Back then, I'd curl up in the hayloft with a book, losing myself in stories while the scent of fresh straw drifted around me. Now, in my Lancaster City apartment, I dedicate evenings to reading, often on my porch swing as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold. I read all sorts classic novels like Little Women to understand American culture for my students from Japan, grammar guides to sharpen my teaching for Korean learners, or motivational books about chasing dreams, which inspire my Sonic Sage English videos. Reading transports me to new worlds, from the bustling streets of 1920s New York to the quiet shrines of Kyoto. It also fuels my channel, giving me ideas for lessons like using story quotes in conversations or describing emotions in English. When I read, I feel connected to learners like you, imagining how a new phrase might click for someone in Vancouver or Busan. Try sharing your own. One of my hobbies is your hobby. I love it because reason. Say it aloud. It feels like sharing a piece of your heart. But reading is my quiet escape. I also crave something more active to balance it out. That's where hiking comes in. Lancaster County is crisscrossed with trails that wind through lush valleys and along the Susquehanna River, where you can spot deer grazing or hear the chatter of red-winged blackbirds. On weekends, I lace up my boots and hit paths like the Conestoga Trail, breathing in the earthy scent of pine and wild mint. Hiking clears my mind after a busy week of teaching, letting me reflect on lesson plans or dream up new video ideas like nature vocabulary for outdoor lovers. It's not just exercise. It's a way to reconnect with the land that raised me, much like my parents' farm. For my students in Seoul or Calgary, I share hiking phrases to help them describe their own adventures, maybe exploring Namsan Mountain or Banff's peaks. Try this. I enjoy your activity in my free time. It makes me feel emotion. Practicing this makes your hobbies come alive in conversation. I also love baking, a nod to my mom's kitchen magic back on the farm. There's something soothing about kneading dough or mixing batter, especially when I'm recreating her famous Pennsylvania Dutch apple pie with Honeycrisp apples from local orchards. The smell of cinnamon and sugar bubbling in the oven, pure comfort. I bake for my community college students, bringing treats to class for cultural sharing days. My Japanese students love the pie's sweet tart balance, while my Canadian learners swap recipes for maple tarts. Baking's also a creative outlet. I experiment with twists, like adding matcha for a nod to my viewers in Japan. It's a small way to build community, just like farm potlucks back home. If you're enjoying these stories and want more tips to share your passions in English, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will keep you in the loop with fresh lessons. Join us and let's grow together. Try this. I like to your hobby. It's special because why it matters. Then there's my guilty pleasure, board games, especially online ones that connect me with friends across the globe. After a long day, I'll log into a virtual game night, playing Settlers of Catan with pals in Toronto or Tokyo. We laugh over tricky trades or clever moves, and explaining rules in English sharpens my teaching skills. It's like a mini lesson in clarity and patience. Games are more than fun. They teach me quick thinking and teamwork, skills I use when guiding students through group activities. Plus, many games use English instructions, so I pick up new phrases to share with you, like roll the dice or strategic play. For my Korean learners, I might tie this to esports culture, showing how games build language skills. Try sharing. In my free time, your hobby. It helps me benefit, like relax or connect. These hobbies, reading, hiking, baking, gaming, aren't just ways to pass time. They're threads that weave my life together. Reading deepens my understanding, hiking refreshes my spirit, baking builds bonds, and gaming sharpens my mind. Together, they balance the quiet and the lively, much like Lancaster's calm fields and bustling farmers' markets. They also inspire my work on Sonic Sage English, where I turn hobbies into lessons, like describing your favorite book or talking about outdoor adventures. Your hobbies do the same. They show the world who you are. Practice describing them. My hobbies are list yours. They make me feel emotion, record it on your phone, listen back, and tweak it to sound natural. Maybe you love K-pop dancing in Seoul or sketching in a Canadian park. Whatever it is, it's your story's spark. As we move forward, we'll explore how your personality shapes these passions, adding even more depth to your English conversations. Keep practicing, keep shining. You're crafting a story the world wants to hear. Chapter 5. Personality and Feelings. With your hobbies adding vibrant colors to your story, let's now turn inward to explore something even more personal, your personality and feelings. Sharing who you are at your core is a powerful way to connect deeply with others. Whether you're chatting with a classmate in Tokyo, a coworker in Seoul, or a new friend at a community event in Toronto. Your personality isn't just a list of traits, it's the unique way you approach life, the emotions that guide you, and the values that shine through in your actions. Talking about this in English can feel vulnerable, but it's also incredibly rewarding. It shows the world what makes you, you. I'll share my own personality and feelings, rooted in my life in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to express yours with simple, heartfelt words. As you listen, think about the traits that define you. Maybe you're outgoing, thoughtful, or curious. Pause to repeat my phrases aloud or jot down ideas to describe your own personality. This practice helps you find your voice and builds confidence to share your inner world in conversations. You're doing amazing, so let's dive into this heartfelt chapter together. If I had to describe myself in a few words, I'd say I'm thoughtful, warm, and quietly curious, like the soft glow of a Lancaster sunrise over dew-kissed fields. I'm the kind of person who likes to pause and think before I speak, weighing my words like my dad weighs grain at harvest time. This thoughtfulness helps me in my teaching. Whether I'm explaining phrasal verbs to a Korean engineer or guiding a Japanese artist through a pronunciation drill, I listen carefully to my students, picking up on their hesitations or excitement, and tailor lessons to their needs. It's like tending a garden. You need patience and care to help things grow. Try describing yourself. I'm your trait, like calm or energetic. It helps me how it shapes your actions. Saying it aloud makes it feel real and personal. I'm naturally quiet, especially around new people, much like the peaceful evenings on our family farm when the only sounds were crickets and the rustle of corn stalks. I don't talk just to fill silence. I love listening, soaking in others' stories like a sponge. This makes me a good listener in conversations, whether with a student in Vancouver sharing their dreams or a viewer in Busan commenting on my Sonic Sage English videos. But when I'm comfortable, my warmth comes out. I laugh easily, share stories about farm life, and make people feel at home, like they're sitting on my porch with a glass of homemade cider. I've learned that listening is just as powerful as speaking, especially in English, where understanding others' accents or phrasing takes focus. Try this. I'm a trait, like quiet or talkative. I enjoy listening or speaking because reason. It shows your strength in conversations. At work, I'm dependable and focused, traits forged in the rhythm of farm chores like milking cows before dawn. My students and colleagues count on me to deliver clear lessons or step in for last-minute classes, whether it's teaching a Canadian newcomer how to write a resume or helping a sole professional master business English. I stay calm under pressure, breaking down complex grammar or tricky vocabulary into simple steps, just like my mom breaks down a recipe for her famous apple pie. When a student says, "Julia, I finally get it," it's like harvesting a perfect crop, pure pride. But I'm not perfect. I can be shy in big groups, like at a conference in San Francisco, where my cheeks flush when all eyes are on me. I'm working on it, though, reminding myself that mistakes are part of growth, just like a seedling needs time to sprout. Try sharing a strength and a challenge. I'm your strength at work, but sometimes I'm your challenge. I'm learning too how you're growing. Emotionally, I'm steady most days, like the Susquehanna River flowing gently by Lancaster's trails. I don't get angry easily, and I keep my feelings soft in public, but I feel things deeply, a quiet joy when a student nails a presentation or a gentle ache when I miss my family's farm. When I'm sad, I sit quietly, maybe journaling on my porch as the stars come out, letting my thoughts settle like dust after a windy day. These moments make me human, and they remind me to stay kind, especially to my students who might feel nervous speaking English. I care deeply about my family and friends, even from afar. A call from my brothers or a care package from mom, her homemade jam tucked inside, lifts my heart like nothing else. Try this. I feel your emotion when situation. It helps me action or value. It's a simple way to share your heart. I'm also a bit of a planner, a habit from farm life where every season has its tasks. My apartment is neat, my lesson plans color-coded, my Sonic Sage English scripts organized in folders. This keeps my mind calm, like a tidy field ready for planting. But I'm gentle with myself on off days. Sometimes I skip a plan to binge a K-drama with my Korean students or enjoy a lazy coffee in bed. Balance is key, and I've learned to embrace both hard work and rest. If you're finding these tips helpful, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will bring more lessons to your journey. Join our community and keep shining. Try sharing your approach. I like to your habit, like planning or going with the flow. It makes me feel emotion. Of course, I have moments of doubt, like anyone. I sometimes wonder, am I reaching enough learners? Is my channel making a difference? These thoughts are normal. Whether you're in a bustling Tokyo office or a quiet Calgary suburb, when they come, I reflect on my WINSA student's confident job interview, a viewer's grateful comment from Japan. It's like looking back at a harvested field and seeing the fruits of your labor. I remind myself why I teach and create. To help you wherever you are, share your story with the world. Try this. Sometimes I feel your doubt, but I keep going because your motivation. In short, I'm a thoughtful, warm person with a curious heart, shaped by Lancaster's quiet fields and strong community. I'm dependable but human, organized yet forgiving, quiet but open when it counts. My personality is still growing, just like yours, and that's the beauty of it. We're all works in progress. Practice describing yours. List your traits. I feel your emotions and value your values. Record it, listen back, and tweak it to sound like you. As we move forward, we'll explore how your past shaped these traits, adding even more depth to your English story. You're crafting something beautiful. Keep going. You're incredible. Chapter 6. Your Past. Now that we've painted a picture of your personality, let's take a step back to explore the journey that shaped it, your past. Talking about your past in English is like sharing a chapter from your life's book, revealing the moments, challenges, and joys that brought you to where you are today. Whether you're swapping stories at a networking event in San Francisco, a cultural exchange in Tokyo, or an online chat with friends from Seoul or Calgary, your past shows the world the roots of your strength and dreams. It's not just about listing events. It's about weaving a story that connects your experiences to who you are now. I'll share my own past, growing up in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to craft yours with simple, heartfelt sentences. As you listen, think about your own childhood, school days, or pivotal moments. What shaped you? Pause to repeat my phrases aloud or jot down ideas for your own story. This practice helps you find the words to share your journey with confidence. So let's dive into the memories that make me and inspire you to share yours. I grew up on our family's small farm in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, a place where time seems to move at the pace of a horse-drawn buggy. Picture golden cornfields stretching under wide summer skies, red barns glowing in the sunset, and gravel roads winding past patches of wildflowers and apple orchards. Lancaster is Amish country, where families farm by hand, live simply, and gather for community suppers under starlit skies. Our farm, about 40 acres, wasn't grand, but it was our world. My parents grew corn, soybeans, and raised a small herd of dairy cows, their days starting before dawn to plant, harvest, or milk. I'd wake to the soft mooing of cows or the crow of our rooster, running outside to help stack hay bales or pick apples with my brothers. One of my favorite memories is the scent of Mom's heirloom roses blooming in our garden. Their sweet fragrance would drift through the evening air, so strong that neighbors passing by in their buggies would stop to compliment them. I'd help pick the petals gently, feeling proud to contribute to our little paradise. Those moments were simple but golden, filled with laughter and the warmth of family. Try sharing a memory. When I was young, I lived in your hometown. I loved a specific activity or moment. Saying it aloud brings your past to life. Life on the farm wasn't always easy, and those challenges shaped me as much as the joys. Our village was tucked away from Lancaster City, with no paved roads to bigger towns, so getting to school or stores meant a bumpy ride on muddy paths, especially during spring rains. We relied on the land, and some years, droughts or storms made harvests tough. Me parents taught me resilience, planting again no matter the odds. As a kid, I wasn't the best student. In primary school, I loved reading storybook tales of adventure or far-off places, but I daydream through math or skip homework to explore the fields. My grades suffered, and my teachers worried I wasn't focused. My parents, patient but firm, encouraged me to try harder. But it took time to find my spark. Still, I was curious, especially about the world beyond our farm. We didn't have computers at home until I was a teen, but when a neighbor got one, I'd sneak over to tinker, fascinated by how it worked. That curiosity became my compass. Try this. Growing up in your hometown, I struggled with a challenge, but I loved a passion or interest. It shows your growth and heart. High school was a turning point. I joined the debate club, where I found my love for words and ideas, arguing about everything from local farming policies to global issues. It was my first taste of English as a tool for connection, and I dreamed of using it to bridge worlds. After graduating, I enrolled at Penn State University, about an hour from Lancaster, to study English with a focus on teaching. College opened my eyes. Classmates from Seoul shared stories of K-pop culture, while Canadian exchange students talked about snowy winters in Ottawa. I soaked it up, taking courses in teaching English as a second language, T-Seoul, and learning how to make lessons fun and practical. Summers, I'd return to the farm, helping with harvests under the hot sun, which kept me grounded. I also took an online course in digital tools, learning to create simple websites, a skill that later helped me launch Sonic Sage English. Those years were a blend of hard work and discovery, like planting seeds and watching them grow. Try sharing. In school, I learned a key lesson or skill. It helped me how it shaped you. Then came 2020, a year that tested everyone. The pandemic hit, closing campuses and emptying Lancaster's farmers' markets. My final college year shifted online, and I couldn't return to the farm as often. Our village felt even more isolated without events or gatherings. It was tough, but it pushed me to adapt. I started tutoring English virtually, helping families in Tokyo navigate online school or guiding Canadian newcomers with job applications. Those Zoom calls, often from my childhood bedroom with rose-scented breezes drifting in, sparked an idea: Sonic Sage English. I began recording simple lessons from our farmhouse kitchen, sharing tips like making small talk in English or describing your hometown. The channel grew slowly, but comments from viewers in Busan or Vancouver, "Your lessons make English less scary," kept me going. If you're inspired by this journey, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will bring more lessons to your path. Join us and keep growing. Try this. A big moment in my past was an event. It taught me a lesson. Looking back, my past is a patchwork of lessons. The farm taught me patience and hard work, like waiting for crops through stormy seasons. School struggles showed me that growth takes time, and college gave me tools to connect across cultures. The pandemic, it taught me to pivot, turning challenges into opportunities like this channel. Those rose-scented evenings, helping mom in the garden, remind me to stay grounded, no matter where life takes me. My past isn't just memories, it's the foundation of my teaching, my videos, and my mission to help you share your story. Practice yours. My past taught me a value. I grew up describe a key moment. Record it, listen back, and tweak it to sound like you. As we move forward, we'll explore your dreams for the future, building on this foundation to show the world where you're headed. You're crafting a story that resonates. Keep going. You're incredible. Chapter 7: Your Goals and Dreams. With your past laying the foundation of your story, let's now look forward to the horizon, your goals and dreams. Sharing your aspirations in English is like planting seeds for your future, showing others what drives you and where you're headed. Whether you're chatting at a job fair in San Francisco, a cultural workshop in Tokyo, or an online meetup with learners from Seoul or Calgary, talking about your dreams makes conversations inspiring and personal. It's not just about listing ambitions, it's about sharing the vision that fuels your daily efforts, connecting your present to your future. I'll share my own goals and dreams rooted in my life in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to express yours with clear, heartfelt words. As you listen, think about your own aspirations. What do you want to achieve? Pause to repeat my phrases aloud or jot down ideas for your own dreams. This practice helps you articulate your vision and builds confidence to share it with the world. You're doing wonderfully, so let's dive into the possibilities that light up your future. My biggest dream is to make a lasting impact through teaching English, both in my classroom and through Sonic Sage English. I want to become a master teacher, someone who can guide students from South Korea to Canada with lessons that feel like conversations with a friend. To get there, I'm planning to earn an advanced TESOL certification, focusing on skills like business English for professionals in Seoul or academic writing for students in Japan. I'll dive into online courses, read the latest teaching books, and attend workshops, maybe even in Vancouver or Busan, to stay sharp and creative. My goal is to make every lesson practical, helping my students land jobs in global companies or chat confidently at international events. Imagine a student in Toronto nailing a job interview because of a phrase we practiced together. That's the kind of impact I'm chasing. Try sharing your own goal. I want to your goal. I'll achieve it by your plan. Saying it aloud makes it feel real and achievable. Another big dream is to grow Sonic Sage English into a global hub for learners like you. I want to reach thousands, maybe millions of people, from bustling cities like New York to quiet towns in Hokkaido with videos that make English fun and accessible. Picture lessons like English for K-pop fans for my Seoul viewers, or describing nature for those hiking in Canada's Rockies. I'll create series with real-life scenarios, like ordering at a cafe in Los Angeles or making small talk at a Kyoto tea ceremony. To do this, I'm learning video editing tricks and collaborating with teachers worldwide. maybe even a guest from Toronto to share Canadian slang. If you're inspired by this vision, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will keep you connected to new lessons every week. Join us and let's grow together. Try this. My dream is to your dream. It matters because reason. It's a simple way to share your passion. Writing is another goal close to my heart. I want to create my own English learning books, simple, friendly guides filled with short stories, conversation tips, and practice exercises. These books will be digital and print, designed for learners in places like rural Japan or small Canadian towns, where access to teachers might be limited. I imagine a student in a remote village flipping through my book, practicing phrases like I'm from or my hobby is, and feeling confident to speak. My dream is to make English accessible to everyone, just like the community suppers in Lancaster County brought people together. I'll start small, maybe with an ebook on everyday English for beginners, and build from there. Try sharing. I hope to create your project. It will help who or what. Travel is a big dream too. I want to explore the world to learn from other cultures and bring those lessons back to my students and viewers. I dream of visiting Japan to walk Kyoto's bamboo paths, learning polite phrases to share in my videos. In Canada, I'd love to kayak in Banff's Emerald Lakes, picking up nature vocabulary for my lessons. Seoul's vibrant markets and K-drama sets. I'd soak up the energy to create lessons like English for shopping in Dongdaemun. Travel will broaden my perspective, helping me craft lessons that resonate with learners everywhere. It's like planting new seeds in my teaching garden, inspired by the fields of Lancaster. Try this. I want to travel to your destination. It will inspire me to your goal. Closer to home, I dream of supporting my family. My parents worked hard on our farm, waking before dawn to tend crops and cows, so I want to give back. I plan to help them install solar panels for sustainable farming, easing their workload, and build a cozy guest house where they can host visitors. For my brothers, I want to fund their dreams, maybe college for one, a small business for the other. Family is my anchor, like the red barns that stand firm in Lancaster's storms. Try sharing. I want to help my family by your plan. They mean why they matter. Long term, I dream of opening a small English learning center in Lancaster County, maybe in a converted barn with books, computers, and free classes for newcomers, immigrants from South Korea, Japan, or beyond who can't afford private lessons. I'll teach there sometimes, sharing stories of my farm roots to inspire resilience and invite other teachers to join. It'll be a place of hope, showing students they can learn English no matter where they start, just like I did. I also want to become a public speaker, maybe at TEDx events, sharing my journey from a shy farm girl to a global teacher. I'll talk about overcoming doubts and building bridges through language, inspiring students in schools across the USA or Canada. Try this. My big dream is to your vision. It will make a difference by impact. On a personal note, I want to stay healthy and balanced to chase these dreams. I'll keep hiking Lancaster's trails, eating farm-fresh meals like Mom's recipes, and practicing mindfulness to stay calm under pressure. I also plan to save wisely, maybe buying a small cabin in the Pennsylvania hills where I can write and create in peace. surrounded by the same quiet beauty that raised me. My ultimate dream? To make a difference, not to be famous, but to be useful. I want learners like you to remember Sonic Sage English as a place that gave you confidence, whether it's landing a job in Seoul or making a friend in Toronto. Try this. My biggest dream is to your impact. I'll do it with your values. These dreams, teaching, creating, traveling, giving back, are my North Star, guiding me like the lanterns that lit our farm at night. They're big, but I believe steady steps, like planting seeds in spring, will make them real. Practice sharing yours. My goals are list yours. I'll achieve them with your approach. Record it, listen back, and tweak it to sound like you. As we move forward, we'll explore how to weave all these pieces, past, present, and future, into conversations that connect you with the world. Keep dreaming big. You're building a story that inspires, and you're doing it beautifully. Chapter 8. Talking in conversations with your dreams. Lighting the way. Let's bring your story into the heart of real-life interactions conversations. Talking about yourself in English isn't just about sharing facts. It's about weaving your background, routine, hobbies, personality, and goals into a natural flow that connects with others. Whether you're at a job interview in San Francisco, a language exchange in Seoul, a cultural festival in Tokyo, or a virtual meetup with learners from Calgary, conversations are where your English comes alive. They're opportunities to build bridges, share your world, and learn from others. I'll share how I approach conversations, drawing from my life in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to respond to questions with confidence and warmth. As you listen, think about how you'd answer in your own words. What makes your conversations unique? Pause to repeat my phrases aloud, or jot down ideas for your responses. This practice helps you feel ready for any chat, from casual to professional. So let's dive in and make your English shine in every moment. Conversations often start with those familiar questions we've been exploring. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? But they quickly grow into something more dynamic, a back and forth that feels like a dance. Picture me at a virtual language exchange, connecting with learners from Busan, Toronto, and Osaka. The host asks, "Tell us about yourself." And I take a deep breath, smiling as I say, "Hi, I'm Julia from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, a beautiful rural place with rolling farms and Amish buggies. I'm an English teacher at a community college, helping students from around the world, and I run Sonic Sage English, a YouTube channel to make learning fun. In my free time, I hike trails, read novels, and bake pies like my mom taught me. I dream of traveling to places like Japan to share more stories through my lessons." This intro, short but full of heart, sparks questions like, "What's it like in Pennsylvania?" Or "How do you make those pies?" It's inviting, not overwhelming, and it passes the conversation back to others with a simple, "What about you?" Try crafting your own opener. "Hi, I'm your name from your place. I your job or hobby and love your passion. What about you?" Say it aloud, it's your conversation starter. The key to great conversations is answering with clarity and adding a touch of personality. Let's say someone asks, "Where are you from?" I might respond, "I'm from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. where cornfields stretch forever and the air smells like fresh hay. It's a quiet place that taught me to value community and hard work. Where are you from? This answer paints a picture, shares a value, and invites the other person to share. If they ask, "What do you do?" I say, "I teach English to adults from places like South Korea and Canada, helping them speak confidently for jobs or travel. I also run Sonic Sage English to share tips with learners worldwide." What do you do? It's clear, shows my passion, and keeps the chat flowing. Practice this. "I'm from your place. Describe it briefly." It taught me a value. What about you? Keep it simple but personal and always toss the question back. It shows you care. What if you get stuck? It happens to everyone, even me. Maybe you don't understand a question at a busy Toronto cafe or stumble over a word in a Tokyo meetup. No problem is polite phrases to keep things smooth. Try, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "Can you say it more slowly, please?" These show confidence, not weakness. If you're unsure of a word, like someone asking about hobbies, you can say, "Can you give an example?" Or, "Do you mean what I do for fun?" I've done this in class when a student uses a new phrase and it turns a hiccup into a learning moment. If nerves hit, take a deep breath and smile. Your effort is enough. Try practicing. "Sorry, could you say that again?" It's a lifesaver in any conversation. Stories make conversations unforgettable. When someone asks, "What's a fun memory from your hometown?" I might share, "Growing up on our farm in Lancaster, my brothers and I would build forts from hay bales and chase fireflies at dusk. One summer, we stayed out so late, Mom bribed us with her apple pie to come inside." What's a memory from your childhood? This story, short and vivid, connects to my roots and invites a response. Or if asked about my job, I might say, "Last month, a Korean student nailed a job interview after practicing with meat, felt like winning a prize. What's a moment you're proud of?" Stories add warmth and make people lean in. Try this. A fun memory is your story. What's one of yours? If you're enjoying these tips, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will bring more conversation hacks to your journey. Join our community and keep shining. Listening is just as important as speaking. When someone shares their story, show you're engaged with phrases like, "That's so interesting," or "Wow, tell me more." I use these in my classes, nodding as a Japanese student describes their art or a Canadian shares their love for hockey. It builds trust and keeps the conversation flowing. If you're nervous about mistakes, don't be. I've mispronounced words in front of students and laughed it off, saying, "Oops, my tongue tripped. Let's try again." It shows I'm human, and it makes others feel safe to try. Practice active listening. That sounds amazing. Can you share more? It's like a warm handshake in words. To get better, practice is key. Join language clubs. Online ones are great for connecting with learners in Japan or Canada. Or try apps like Tandem to chat with native speakers. I started this way, practicing with a Seoul teacher who taught me Korean phrases while I helped her with English idioms. Record yourself answering questions like, "What's your hobby?" or "What's your dream?" and listen back to tweak your flow. Every chat, even a short one, is a step toward fluency. My first virtual exchange was nerve-wracking, but now I love them. They're like planting seeds that grow into friendships. You can do this too. Your voice is ready. Try. I practice English by your method. It helps me benefit. Conversations are where your story comes to life, blending your past, present, and dreams into moments that connect you with others. They're not about perfection, but presence, showing up with your heart and words. As we move forward, we'll explore advanced ways to deepen these connections, making your conversations even more engaging. Keep practicing, keep smiling. You're building a voice that the world loves to hear, and you're doing it beautifully. Chapter 9: Advanced Practice: Building Deeper Connections. Now that you're comfortable weaving your story into conversations, let's take it to the next level, building deeper, more meaningful connections through advanced conversation skills. Talking about yourself in English isn't just about answering questions. It's about crafting responses that spark curiosity, show your unique perspective, and invite others to share their stories too. Whether you're networking at a tech conference in Silicon Valley, bonding at a cultural event in Kyoto, or chatting online with learners from Seoul or Toronto, these advanced techniques will help you stand out and connect on a deeper level. I'll share how I use these skills drawing from my life in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to show you how to make your conversations vibrant and engaging. As you listen, think about how you can add depth to your own responses. What makes your story unforgettable? Pause to repeat my phrases aloud, or jot down ideas to practice your own answers. This is where your English truly shines. So let's dive in and make your conversations sparkle with confidence and hearty. You're ready for this. The secret to deeper connections is structuring your responses like mini stories. Start with a hook, something intriguing, add the meat, why it matters, and close with a question to keep the conversation flowing. Let's say someone at a Vancouver meetup asks, "Where are you from?" Instead of just saying, "Lancaster, Pennsylvania," I might respond, "I'm from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where the scent of apple orchards and fresh hay fills the air. It's like stepping into a peaceful painting." Growing up on a farm there taught me to value hard work and community, like sharing pies at local suppers. Those roots inspire my teaching and my Sonic Sage English videos. What's a place that shaped you? The hook paints a vivid picture. The meat ties it to my values, and the question invites them to share. This approach works anywhere from a job interview in Busan to a casual chat in Calgary. Try it. I'm from your place, where a vivid detail. It taught me a value. What about you? Say it aloud to feel the flow. To make your story resonate, weave in cultural touches tailored to your audience. For my Korean learners, I might describe my farm life like a scene from a K-drama, saying, "My hometown's quiet fields are like the countryside in hometown cha-cha-cha, full of heart and simple joys." For Japanese students, I'd tie it to their culture. Lancaster's cherry blossoms in spring remind me of Hanami, teaching me to cherish fleeting beauty. For Canadians, I might say, the community potlucks in Lancaster feel like a cozy Canadian Thanksgiving, bringing everyone together. These connections make your story relatable, showing you understand their world. Try this. My hobby place is like a cultural reference. It makes me feel emotion. What's yours like? If you're loving these tips, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will bring more ways to connect across cultures, join our community, and keep growing. Role plays are a great way to practice deeper conversations. Find a friend or language partner, maybe through an app connecting you to Tokyo or Ottawa, and take turns answering questions like, "What's your favorite hobby?" or "What's a goal you're chasing?" For example, I might say, "I love hiking Lancaster's trails, where the Susquehanna River sparkles like a mirror. It clears my mind and inspires my teaching, like finding calm before a big lesson." What's a hobby that lifts you up? Then listen actively, responding with, "That sounds amazing. How did you start?" Time each turn for 5 minutes and record it to review your tone and flow. Did you smile? Did your story spark a reaction? I do this with my students, role-playing scenarios like ordering at a Seattle cafe or interviewing for a job in Seoul. It builds confidence and makes real chats feel easy. Try "My hobby is your hobby." It helps me benefit. What's yours? Practice makes it natural. Boost your vocabulary to add depth. Instead of saying nice or good, use vivid adjectives like serene for my Lancaster fields or vibrant for a Tokyo festival. Idioms add flair, too, like saying "I'm down to earth from my farm roots" or "chasing my dreams with my channel." For my Korean students, I might teach "spill the tea" for fun gossip, while for Canadians, I'd use "get the ball rolling" for starting projects. Practice chaining these into stories. My routine is serene, like a quiet morning on my family's farm. It keeps me grounded as I chase my dreams with sonic sage English. What keeps you grounded? Try this. My trait hobby is adjective. It's like idiom or comparison. What's yours? Jot down 5 new words or phrases this week. Use them in your next chat. Challenges will come, like time zones for online meetups or nerves in big groups. I've felt this at conferences, my heart racing as I introduced myself to educators from Japan or Canada. My trick? Prep a short story beforehand, like, "I grew up on a farm, which taught me patience, and now I teach English to help others grow." It's a lifeline when I'm nervous. If accents or fast speech trip you up, ask, "Can you clarify?" Or smile and say, "I'm practicing my English, bear with me." People appreciate honesty, and it builds trust. I've had students in Busan thank me for admitting my own stumble. Sit makes them feel safe to try. Try. If I don't understand, I say your phrase. It helps me benefit. After each conversation, reflect. Journal what went well, like a great story you shared, and what you'd tweak, like pausing less. I do this after recording Sonic Sage English videos, noting how a smile made my tone warmer or a pause helped clarity. Share your practice with our community. Post a short video of your intro on our channel's community tab, and I'll give feedback to help you shine. Every chat is a step toward fluency, like planting seeds that bloom into confidence. We've journeyed through every layer of your story: your basics, family, daily routine, hobbies, personality, past, dreams, and conversation skills. Now it's time to bring it all together with a final burst of practice, inspiration, and action. This chapter is your toolkit to make talking about yourself in English feel effortless and authentic. Whether you're chatting at a tech hub in Silicon Valley, a cultural festival in Kyoto, a job fair in Seoul, or a virtual meetup with friends from Toronto. As your guide, Julia Thompson from the rolling fields of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, I'm here to share interactive exercises to sharpen your skills, motivational stories to fuel your courage, and a call to share your voice with the world. This is your moment to shine, so grab a notebook, pause to repeat my phrases aloud, and let's make your English story unforgettable. You've come so far, and I'm so proud of you. Let's make this final chapter the spark that lights up your confidence. Exercise 1, the 90-second story spotlight. Let's start with a powerful practice to tie your story together. The 90-second story spotlight. Stand in front of a mirror or record yourself on your phone and share your full introduction, weaving together your name, hometown, job, a hobby, a key personality trait, a past moment, and a dream. Here's mine as an example. Hi, I'm Julia Thompson from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where cornfields glow under starry skies. I'm an English teacher at a community college, helping students from South Korea to Canada speak with confidence, and I run Sonic Sage English to share lessons worldwide. I love hiking. Lancaster's trails, it clears my mind and inspires my videos. I'm thoughtful, always listening before I speak, a trait from quiet farm evenings. Growing up, I struggled in school but found my spark in debate club, which led me to teaching. My dream? To travel to Japan and create lessons that connect cultures. What's your story? Time yourself for 90 seconds, aiming for a natural flow. Try it 3 times. First slow and clear, then faster with energy, and finally with a big smile to add warmth. This builds confidence for real moments, like a job interview in Busan or a chat in Vancouver. Record it, listen back, and note what feels strong, maybe your tone or what to tweak, like fewer pauses. Share your recording in our Sonic Sage English community. Tab Your Courage inspires others. Try this. Hi, I'm your name from your place. I, your job hobby, and I'm your trait. My story includes past moment, and I dream of your goal. You're crafting a story that captivates, and you're doing it brilliantly. Exercise 2. Cross-cultural conversation relay. Next, let's practice deeper connections with a cross-cultural conversation relay. Find a language partner, maybe through an app connecting you to Tokyo, Calgary, or Seoul. And take turns answering questions like, what's a hobby you love? Or, what's a dream you're chasing? Set a timer for 5 minutes each, and aim to weave in a vivid detail and a cultural touch. For example, I might say to a Korean partner, I love baking apple pies, like my mom's recipe from our Lancaster farm. The cinnamon smell fills my kitchen like a cozy scene from a K-drama. It brings people together, just like sharing kimchi at a family meal. What's a hobby that warms your heart? Then, listen actively, responding with, that's so cool. How did you get into it? Record the session to review your phrasing and tone. Did you sound engaged? For Japanese learners, I might tie my hiking to their culture. Hiking Lancaster's trails feels like a quiet walk in Arashiyama's bamboo groves. This shows cultural respect and makes chats meaningful. After, journal what worked, like a story that sparked a laugh, and what to improve, like clearer pronunciation. Try this. My hobby goal is detail. It's like cultural reference. What's yours? If you're loving these exercises, subscribing to Sonic Sage English will bring more ways to connect. Join us and keep growing. Motivational story. 1. From farm shyness to global voice. Let me share a story to ignite your courage. At 15, I entered a Lancaster County Fair talent show, clutching a poem I'd written about our farm's rose garden. The stage lights felt like a spotlight on my nerves. My hands shook. My voice wobbled. I was the shy farm girl who preferred books to crowds. But halfway through, I saw my mom's encouraging nod in the audience, and something clicked. I spoke louder, my words about rose-scented evenings flowing like a breeze. The applause was like a summer storm, loud and warm. That moment taught me that vulnerability is strength. It led me to teaching and Sonic Sage English. Years later, in 2024, I spoke at a small TEDx event, sharing From Fields to Futures, English as a Bridge. A Japanese student hugged me after, saying, "Your story gave me courage to speak. Your stumbles today are steps to your own stage. Try sharing. A moment I overcame fear was your story. It taught me, lesson, your voice matters and the world is listening." Motivational story. 2. The virtual win. Another story. In 2021, I joined a virtual global teaching conference, nervous to present alongside educators from Seoul and Toronto. My first slide froze tech glitch. My heart raced, but I laughed, saying, "Well, this is like a farm blackout. Just roll with it." The audience chuckled, and I shared how my channel started in my parents' kitchen, inspired by Lancaster's resilience. That hiccup turned into a connection after. A Canadian teacher collaborated with me on a video series, and a Seoul educator shared my lessons with her students. Mistakes aren't failures, they're bridges to unexpected wins. You'll have these moments too. Maybe a mispronounced word in a Tokyo chat that leads to laughter and friendship. Try this. A time I turned a mistake into a win was, your story, it showed me, lesson. Exercise 3, Dream Dialogue Challenge. Let's wrap with a creative challenge, the Dream Dialogue. Write a 200-word script imagining a conversation with someone you admire, a recruiter in New York, a mentor in Tokyo, or a friend in Seoul. Include your story and their questions like, "What's your passion?" or "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" For example, I might write, "Hi, I'm Julia from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I teach English and run Sonic Sage English to help learners worldwide. My passion is making English accessible. Inspired by my farm roots where community matters." They ask, "What's your goal?" I reply, "To create a learning hub in a Lancaster barn, offering free classes for newcomers. Practice it aloud, infusing passion." This preps you for real moments, like pitching a job in Busan. Share your script in our Sonic Sage English community. I'll spotlight the best ones. Try. I'd tell person that I'm your story. My dream is your goal. Your global glow up. You've built a story that's uniquely yours. Your Lancaster-like roots, your daily rhythm, your passions, and your dreams. English is your bridge to the world, whether it's debating K-pop in Seattle or sharing stories in Hiroshima. Challenges like accents or nerves, they're just stepping stones. Commit to one conversation a week, maybe a language app chat or a coffee meetup, and journal your wins like a new phrase you nailed. You're not alone. Our Sonic Sage English community is cheering you on. Post your 90-second story video on our channel's community tab, and let's celebrate your progress together. Subscribe to Sonic Sage English for more lessons to keep your journey bright. Hit that button and ring the bell. Your story is a gift, and every word you speak makes the world richer. Keep shining. You're unstoppable.